Welcome to Unlocking Your Truth, another podcast by Dr. Lesley Phillips.
And this is Unlocking Your Truth with Lesley Phillips. You might notice I'm not Lesley Phillips. My voice is a little lower than hers. However, I'm going to try to bring you as good a show as possible tonight. Lesley's away for 2 weeks. My name is Corry Kouwenberg. I'm the show producer and also Lesley's partner. So I am not a psychic per se, in the same sense that Lesley is, but I'm an empath. I take readings empathically through people, emotionally in a way. I'm also a healer. And on tonight's show, we're going to talk about some mystical stuff, some metaphysical things, some healing things, some good stuff. And I hope you appreciate it. I hope you like it. And later on, we may take a couple of calls as well. But I will be doing something very special tonight. And I'm going to be doing a healing meditation on the air. And that's where you're going to get to work on some of your stuff. And it will help you. People love my meditations. I love my meditations. I love doing them. So tonight, we're going to do one of those. That'll happen a little later on in the hour. But tonight's main topic is going to be worthiness. And worthiness is, I don't know, it's big. It's a big word. And it has an even bigger meaning. Worthiness comes in so many forms, or unworthiness actually comes in so many forms. There's a little test that I do with people, and I have them look into a mirror and look into their own eyes and do that for 20 seconds. You can do that right now if you have a mirror at home. Just go over to the mirror and take a look for a second. 20 seconds into the mirror, into your own eyes. It's a long time. And that's a true sign that we're not really all that comfortable with ourselves. We really need to look at that. We need to look at how comfortable are we with regards to being in our own shoes. It's a hard thing. And it's something it's not your fault. That's the most incredible thing. It's how we're brought up. It's how the id, the we that we are, is created. From day one, and I'm talking from day one, most of us, especially here in North America, we're born in a hospital, and then what happens is we go home. We go home, and our parents put us into what? They put us into a crib. Or when we get a couple of weeks older, they put us into a playpen. Have you ever noticed that the playpen and the crib, they all have bars? And if you were going to look at something with bars, like a jail, it has a very negative term as you get older. And psychologically, you still remember these bars when you were younger. And so that's where one of the senses of unworthiness starts, even when we're very, very, very small. And a lot of children are put into their own bedrooms when they come home from the hospital. And a child, up until he's 6 months old, thinks that when you leave the room, you stop existing. And that's why there's a lot of tears, a lot of crying. The best thing for human beings is contact, interconnection with another human being, being with somebody and understanding that you're not alone in the universe. Especially as a child. The worst thing you can do with a child is threaten abandonment. And that plays to our worthiness. Now, what does that have to do with us in our psyche, in our spiritual being? Well, people have a real problem understanding their personal worth in the world, but in the universe, in the whole picture of things. A guru, a very interesting person once, was doing a talk, And there was a woman in the audience with us that stood up and she said, but I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of doing this. And the fellow that was giving the talk turned to her and he looked at her, scowled at her. And he says, "You're not worthy." "What do you mean you're not worthy?" And there was some material hanging, some curtain material hanging on the wall behind him. And he went to the wall. There was a tassel at the end of this material. And he went up to this tassel. You see this tassel here? If you look right down at the end of this tassel, right down to the end, the last atom, the last molecule on that tassel, he says, if that atom stopped existing, not flipped back between one reality or another reality, but actually stopped existing, the whole universe would fold into it. And this is one atom. It doesn't have a soul. It's just an energy. How more important are you with a soul, with a being, with the God within you and the God without? How more important are you than this tassel? And you consider yourself not worthy. You don't have the right to consider yourself not worthy. And so he went on like this for a little while, and she understood this, and she realized that it's just not what it is. We are all worthy. We all are all worthy to do the things that we need to do, to be the best that we are. So how do you translate that into your life today? I don't know. We all have the issues. Whether you're from the poorest family or the richest family, it doesn't matter. We all have the same sense. We all have the same makeup. Our brains, our minds, our hearts, they all work the same way in essence. You may not think they do, but they do. I worked with a gentleman who was a multi-millionaire. And he was a wonderful speaker, a wonderful trainer, and he was able to turn people's lives around. He was able to change their whole concept of themselves and their world. But once he got off a stage, sometimes you can see that insecurity pop up in him. It was very interesting to watch. Not all the time. He was quite a strong individual. But that's what it's all about. The worthiness, the self-certainty, the self-awareness. My personal belief, is that when we come into this world, we have a veil put over us, put over our godliness. I believe that we're all part of this big thing called the universe, and the universe, which is God in essence, whatever the name you have for it is. And I believe when we're born into the world that we have so much knowledge and so much ability that we have to put a veil over it. Otherwise, the purpose of this voyage that we're on called life would be inconsequential. And the reason I say that is my belief in life is, again, that we're all part of this great thing called the universe or God, and that we literally choose to come to Earth, just like we would go to an amusement park. When you go to an amusement park, the first thing you do is, of course, you want to go on the rides. And which ride do you go to? Yes, the roller coaster. The roller coaster. Everybody likes well, not everybody, but most people like to go on the roller coaster. And you get on the roller coaster, and you're waiting for it, and they're filling it up with all the people in the carts, and it's a real blast. And then what happens? It starts, and it goes up the first hill. And it comes down the first hill, and everybody is screaming, including you. And then you go up to that big, huge, I've been on big roller coasters. And you go up to the huge hill, and you come down, and you scream, and you white knuckle it all the way down. And it's a thrill ride. It's just a thrill ride, and you're scared, breathless, and you're screaming. And you get off the roller coaster. What do? You go, I want to go again. And that's what life is all about. It's like an amusement park. We come here, we have our ups, we have our downs, we have our challenges, we have our happy days, and then we leave. And after we leave, we want to go again. We want to go again and again and again in a different manner. Now, if you came to this life and you knew everything that was there everything that there was to know, what pleasure would you have in the ups and downs? I mean, like the gurus of past, like Jesus Christ, Mohammed, Buddha, they could all do quote-unquote miracles. And these miracles were just knowing that they came into tune with their godliness. And they could change the water into wine, fly around a room, walk on water. And we all have that capability. We come into this life and we put a veil over that godliness. And then we spend the rest of our life looking for God. And that's what we do. Many of us call it something different. Call it happiness. Call it elation. Call it total complete bliss. That's God. That's God in essence. We look for power. We look for the ability to manifest. We look at healing. We look at curing. By the way, just so I get this clear, a lot of people that have come to me for healings, I try to explain to them and talk to them first and find out whether they're actually looking for a healing or a cure. There's a big difference between the two. A cure is when you have a cold and you want the symptoms to stop and you want everything to feel better. A healing is when you have something wrong within you, something that is spiritually or emotionally created, like back pain. Back pain is one of those things that you don't need a cure for, you need a healing for. And once you're healed, the pain doesn't come back. It's something that comes from I won't say karma, but it's from a past life or from something you create in this life. And if the godliness within us or the godness within us was completely aware, there would be no challenges of being sick and needing a healing or being sick and needing a cure. It's one of those things that we misname, I think, in a lot of situations. I have a lot of people come to me. I do energy healing, and the type of energy healing I do is it's mostly with a format called matrix energetics, which is a combination between science and spirituality. It's where quantum physics meets the healing nature of metaphysics. In as much as I say that, I also work with other different areas of healing. I'm a practitioner of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. I've done Erickson hypnosis. I work with. I'm a Reiki master. I do all kinds of healings, and the reason I've done that is that especially in NLP, one of the sayings in NLP says that if you don't have a lot of tools in your tool belt, what happens when somebody comes to you and doesn't associate with the type of healing that you're doing? Well, then you're lost and there's nothing you can do for that individual. And so I work with individuals on all these different bases. But no matter where I am or who I'm with or what their issues are, most of the time it comes to an emotional issue from the past, something spiritual within their nature, a trauma that's occurred, that's hurt them within, a physical trauma or an emotional trauma from their past or from a pre-life that is affecting their present day. I had one lady one time who had a very bad kink in her neck. Her neck would float to the left all the time. She couldn't sit there. She couldn't straighten her neck out. And I did a healing with her. And also Lesley, Dr. Phillips did one as well, and we worked with her a couple of times. And I worked with her, and the next week I saw her, And she was angry with me. Her neck shifted to the right now. And like she had spent years with her neck on the left, like shrugged up. And she was angry with me because this was uncomfortable. She didn't understand why her neck went this way. And I was elated. And you could guess why I was elated. It's because it shifted. It shifted. So I did another healing with her, but this time I went into her past lives a little bit. And I recognized the fact that in 3 of her past lives she had been hung. And what she was doing, she wasn't carrying the pain of the hangings. She was carrying the emotional guilt of those hangings because she had done what she was accused of. And for some reason, the guilt came out in her life today, in this life. And so what we did is I cleared that for her. And her head went straight, completely straight. And then we went forward about 2 or 3 weeks, and I saw her. She was fine. And about a month and a half later, I ran into her, and her neck was back to the left. Now, when we come into this life, we choose the challenges that we face. We choose the challenges that are out there for us. And with her challenge was this guilt, getting over this guilt. This is one of her major challenges that she had in this life. And it was giving her problems again. So she reverted right back. Most of my healings, when I work with people, they're healed. It's gone, it's over with, it will not come back. But certain people, occasionally, it does come back. And it's because that's what you're meant to be. That's what you're meant to be, where you're meant to be at in this voyage, in this trip. And it's your choice. It's your choice. You get to do this. You get to do what you want to do in this life. So I say these things, talk about healing. What I'd like you to do, we're going to go for a break very shortly. What I'd like you to do is grab a piece of paper and a pen while you're there. And I want you to pick something in your life, something that you'd like to change, something that is uncomfortable, something that spiritually feels awkward, something that you just need to shed. Write it down on a piece of paper. We're going to come back and we're going to work on that over the air. And I'm going to work with all of you, all at once. So all of you, this is great. By the way, I brought my camera tonight, so I'm going to take pictures of you all as you're feeling better. And I'll post those on my website.
Question time.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Corry Kouwenberg, and this is Unlocking Your Truth with Dr. Lesley Phillips. And I'm not Dr. Lesley Phillips. I am Corry Kouwenberg. And thank you all for showing up. And did you all go out and get that piece of paper and write down that issue? Well, I want you to take that piece of paper, fold it up again, and fold it up one more time. Now, what I'd like you to do is find a chair. Any chair that's comfortable anywhere at all. Try to find a quiet place, though, if it's possible. And go sit down. Make sure your feet can reach the floor. You don't have to be cross-legged. This is going to be a meditation, but it's a little different than most meditations that you'll encounter. I'm going to take you for a little travel, a little voyage into a wonderful, wonderful place. So what I'd like you to do is get comfortable, put your hands on your lap, cross them if you'd like, get your feet on the floor, touch the floor, make sure you're touching the floor. If you can take your shoes off, that'd be wonderful. By the way, if you're driving, don't do this. Just do it if you're at home or sitting somewhere. Now that you got your feet on the floor, feel the energy of the floor. Just feel it coming up to you a little bit. Feel the solidness of the floor, and ground to that floor. Ground. Just from your from your first chakra, just allow a flow of energy to transport to the floor and back and forth, just so that you're connected to the ground. And it's very important when you do meditate, always to be grounded. Okay, so I'd like you to close your eyes if you're feeling safe. Close your eyes. It's a wonderful, wonderful sensation to just relax for a moment. So just relax. Just relax. Allow yourself to completely relax. Shrug your shoulders a little bit. All those cares of today or of the week, just let them go. It's Wednesday. It's hump day, as they say. We're halfway through. It's Tuesday. We're almost halfway through the week. Just relax. You're going to go into a wonderful, relaxed state as we travel through this wonderful place. So just relax. Now I want you to feel your feet on the floor. Feel the heaviness of your feet to the floor. Feel how heavy they feel. It's like bags of cement are pulling your feet to the floor. Your feet are getting very, very heavy. Your feet are very, very heavy. Now, as your feet get heavier, this heaviness starts to flow up through your calves, and your calves are getting heavy. Very relaxed, very, very relaxed. This heaviness is so relaxing. And you're going deeper into this relaxed state because it's relaxing and comfortable. You're in a safe place. You're in a wonderful environment. Now this heaviness travels up to your thighs and your upper legs. And your upper legs are getting heavy. They're getting very, very heavy. And very comfortable and very relaxed. Just relaxed. As you go deeper and deeper into a sense of relaxation, deeper and deeper into a sense of peace and tranquility. That's right. That's right. Now this relaxation is going up into your buttocks and your groin. And your buttocks and your groin are getting very relaxed. Your whole lower body is now very, very relaxed. Very, very much at peace. It's a wonderful place you're in. Relaxation is a beautiful thing. And you're in a safe environment, very safe place. And all you hear now is my voice. All the other noises that you may hear will just send you deeper and deeper into a relaxed state with me. Much deeper, much more relaxed. Every sound you hear will relax you even more. Now, this heaviness, this relaxation travels up to your stomach and the lower back. And your stomach and your lower back become relaxed. Very, very relaxed. Very, very much at peace. And the more and more you relax, the more you will relax. And you'll go deeper and deeper to a sense of peace and tranquility. Deeper and deeper into relaxation. Now this heaviness and this relaxation travels up to your chest area. And your chest relaxes. And your whole lower body below your chest is relaxed and at ease. And you're in a deeper, deeper relaxed state than you have been for a long time. Now this heaviness goes up to your neck and your shoulders relax. And your neck relaxes. And it's becoming very heavy and very relaxed. And now this relaxed state travels down your arms to your biceps, and they relax. And your forearms relax. And then all your fingers, each and every one, and your wrists become very, very relaxed. You're enjoying this. This is a beautiful state, a state of relaxation, a state of ease, a state of grace. Now, this relaxation travels up your neck, and your neck becomes relaxed, and it travels into your jaw, And your jaw becomes relaxed. And even if your mouth opens a little bit and gapes open, that's okay. Because your jaw is relaxed. And you're going deeper and deeper to a relaxed state. Very much so. Very deep. Very relaxed. Now this relaxation goes up to your cheeks. And your cheeks relax. And your jaw relaxes again. And then it goes up to your eyes and your eyelids. And your eyelids are relaxed and they're very heavy, as if little bags of cement are hanging from your eyelids. You're very relaxed. You're deep, deep relaxed, deep, deep at peace. Each and every muscle in your body is relaxed. Now this relaxation travels up your forehead, and your forehead completely relaxes, and your ears and the top of your head. Now you're completely relaxed. You're in a deep, deep state of relaxation, a deep state of peace, a deep state of happiness. Now we're going to go for a little voyage. And in your mind's eye, you'll see a beautiful path in a forest, green, beautiful forest, and you're on a path. And you can see down the path, and there's flowers on the left of you, and there's flowers on the right of you. And now you take a deep breath in through your nose, and you smell the beautiful aroma of a forest. And as you take this deep breath, you become more and more relaxed, more and more at ease. That's right. And now you look at the trees, and the trees are gently swaying in the wind, and you can hear the trees. You can hear the wind and the rustle of the leaves. As you become more and more relaxed, more and more at ease. That's right. And so you start to walk along this path. And as you walk along the path, you'll hear the birds singing. And you can feel some of the sun peeking through the canopy and hitting you on your face. And the warmth is just making you feel more and more relaxed. More and more at ease. That's right. Now, you're walking along this path and you see a light at the end of the path. You walk towards that light. It's a beautiful light. It's gleaming. It's glistening. And as you come to this opening in the forest, you see a huge, long, green field with about knee-high grass. And it's green. It's ever so green. And there's flowers dotting the field, yellow ones, red ones, blue ones. And you can smell the grass. It has such a beautiful aroma. And there isn't a cloud in the sky today. It's a perfectly blue sky. And you can feel the warmth of the sun on your face and your body. Now you take your shoes off in that field. And you're going to go for a walk in that field. And you're walking along in that field, and it's so comfortable. You're so relaxed. Deeper and deeper into a sense of relaxation. Deeper and deeper into a sense of peace. That's right. You're in a beautiful sense of peace now. And off in the distance there, you see a building, and it looks much like a castle. And so you've decided you're going to go take a look at this castle and walk towards it. There's no rush. Enjoy the feeling of the coolness of the grass on your feet and the warmth of the sun on your face. That's right. Because you're deeper and deeper into a sense of relaxation. Deeper and deeper into a sense of peace. That's right. Now you come to the steps of that building, and it's gorgeous. It has stained glass windows and turrets, and it just looks so regal, so wonderful. And something's calling you in to that building. And there's no fear. It's just anticipation of something lovely. So you go up the 6 steps one at a time. And you go through these 2 big, beautiful red doors. And you walk in, and it's dark in this room. It's a huge room. You can sense it, and the light through the stained glass windows brightens it up just a little bit, but your eyes have to become accustomed to the light as you relax and become deeper and deeper in a sense of peace and relaxation. Deeper and deeper you go. That's right. And now your eyes have become accustomed to the darkness in the room. And there's a big, huge chair. It's a throne in the middle of the room, and it's calling you. Come sit on me, it's saying. And so you go over to the throne and you sit down. And it's so comfortable, so relaxing. That's right. You're so relaxed, going deeper and deeper into a sense of relaxation, deeper and deeper into a sense of peace and tranquility. That's right. It's a beautiful, safe place, a wonderful, safe environment. And each and every muscle in your body is relaxed in that chair, in that throne, that kingly, queenly throne. Now you're sitting there, and you notice a light in the one corner of the room, and in that corner of the room there's a little child, about 4 or 5 years old. And they're all dressed in white. They're a lovely-looking child. And that child starts to walk over to you, and as that child walks towards you, you feel happier. Something inside of you is just lighting up. And you feel relaxed and going deeper and deeper into a sense of relaxation. Deeper and deeper into a sense of peace and tranquility. That's right. Much deeper. Now that child is standing right in front of you. And they sit on your lap. And they look up into your eyes. And they smile. And your heart just almost beats out of your chest from the pleasurable feeling of love and tranquility that you're feeling, and the sense of true love that you're getting from this child. And you have that same sense of love for that child. Deeper and deeper into relaxation. Deeper and deeper in a sense of peace. Now that child looks up at you, and you realize it's you. As a 4 or 5-year-old child, you realize that that child is you. Now, what I want you to do is that issue that you wrote on that piece of paper. I want you to tell that child exactly how to overcome that situation from this time forward, so that child will never, ever have to suffer that. Never have to worry about that situation. So just whisper into its ear. Just whisper the issue, resolution, as you go deeper and deeper to a sense of peace. Deeper and deeper into a sense of relaxation. That's right. It's wonderful. It's marvelous. Now the child looks up at you, puts their arms around your neck. You put your own arms around your neck and kisses your cheek. What a wonderful sensation. Now, just look into your other self's eyes and look deep into their eyes. Look deep. Look very deep. And see the goodness and the wonderment and the special nature of that child. Now, it's time to leave. So the child just jumps off your lap and goes over to the corner and slowly fades into the light. But it's a good thing, and you feel good, deep, deep in peace. Now you get up from the chair and you walk over to the door. You walk outside in the sun, just so bright. For a moment, you have to sort of get used to the light because of your eyes. And now you're used to the light. You go down the stairs in a total sense of peace, a total sense of tranquility. That's right. And you walk back on the grass again, walking towards the forest. And your heart is so light, and you're just in such a good spirit. It's so wonderful to be alive. And there's the opening into the forest, to the path that you walked along as you got there. Wow, what a beautiful feeling. As you're walking through the forest, you can hear the birds again and smell the beautiful aroma of the flowers beside the path as you walk. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. A beautiful, serene forest, very regal as well. Now there, right at the end of the path, where where you started your journey, there's a rose, a beautiful red rose. It's absolutely perfect. Now, any time that you see that rose, or any rose like it, you can be taken back to this beautiful feeling that you have in your heart right now. Deep, deep feeling of peace and tranquility. Deep feeling of relaxation. Anytime you see that rose, or even think of that rose in your mind, you will be able to go back to the forest, back to the beautiful field, back to that room again, and meet yourself again, and resolve any more issues that you need to resolve. Now it's time to come back to the room. Now I'm going to count backwards from 5. And each time I count backwards from 5, you're going to be more and more relaxed, more and more at ease. 4. Your heart is very happy. You're very elated. 3. As I get closer to 1, you start to feel the room and the presence around you. 2. Now you're going to come back to the room, happy, awake, issues resolved. 1, open your eyes. Now you can take a nice deep breath. Just relax, shake it out a little bit, and just take a moment. Take a moment to feel what you're feeling. And we're going to go to a short station break. And after the break, if you wish, you can call in and go over your experiences with us, or you can email us at info@drlesleyphillips.com. That's Lesley Phillips, Phillips. Dr. Lesley. Oh, sorry, 1 P in there. LesleyPhillips.com, and just send that off. If you have any questions, if you'd like to talk about anything after the break, by all means, give me a call. We're going to be talking a little bit more about some more metaphysical things. Hello and welcome back. And this is Unlocking Your Truth. And the show's host is Lesley Phillips, Dr. Lesley Phillips, but she's not here today. That meditation it's a healing meditation. It's a cross between an Erickson hypnosis and a meditation. It's a meditation I do, and I usually do it live. And I love the meditation because I travel to the same place that you do. I go to the exact same location. It is absolutely wonderful. And I wake up refreshed and alive. The only thing I don't do is I don't do the interaction with my earlier self. It's hard to do and keep talking at the same time. But yeah, that's what it is. I enjoy these meditations. There's so many different types of meditation out there. You can do the Buddhist. You can do a guided meditation. You can do a meditation like Lesley does, which is a meditation from the ancient tribes. And meditation is very important because you need a time to connect to what meditation actually does is connects you to your godliness inside, to your being, your id, the soul nature of who you are. And when you do that, then you relieve the stress and the pain that you may run into in your daily lives. Because stress and pain are always there. There's no getting over that. You're always going to be encountered with that. There's very, very few people in this world that don't have it. I mean, I come from, my background is Christianity, and even Jesus, when you think about it, he got angry and there was stress and pain about the temple and about different things. And just before in the Garden of Gethsemane, he asked for the cup to be taken from him. We all go down that path. We don't need to live in it, though. You don't need to live in that pain. There are ways out of it. Meditation is one of them. Another way is to find yourself someone who's a whole lot smarter than you when it comes to spiritual matters, and just spend time with them. Just spend time. I'm not saying go to church. I'm not saying that, but just find yourself and I don't want to say the word guru because that has a connotation in it that a lot of people don't like. Just find yourself someone who you can look up to spiritually and work with them. And what you'll be doing is a great gift for yourself and a great gift for them. It's a great gift for them. And again, the godliness, and let's go back to the godliness for a moment, and coming into this life as God. A lot of people don't believe in God itself. And so I'd like to put this out there for you. This is a little concept that I think of once in a while when talking about God or the universe in itself. We all agree that at one time there was nothing, and there was this great explosion, and the universe created itself. Now, you're living on a planet called the Earth, and the Earth rotates on an axis, and it rotates once every, yes, that's right, 24 hours, give or take microseconds. And then around the Earth, there's a moon, and it orbits around the Earth. And it has a specific time cycle as well. Now, the Earth itself is rotating around the sun in not a circular motion, but an elliptical motion. During the spring, it's closer. During the summer and spring, it's closer to the sun, and during the winter, it's further away. And now it's traveling around the sun. There are also other planets traveling around the sun as well. Now, this is really interesting. And we, in this little galaxy, in these few planets and everything, perfectly turning each year or whatever you want to call it, this time frame, we're all doing this perfectly, year in, year out, day in, day out, hour in, hour out. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you look around this, there's a whole universe of all these galaxies and Milky Ways and all these beautiful places, right? It's all happening in nothing. It's a vacuum. It's space. What's holding it all up? Did you ever think about that? What's holding it all up? Yes, gravity can be part of this. But every single planet, every single star, every single moon is all related to each other. There's a perfectness there. There's a perfectness there. Think about that. Can something like this just occur out of nothing? I believe, my personal belief, that there's a greater power out there that is I won't say the word controlling, but has created this wonderful illusion of the universe for us. And we live it. And that power is within you to create that. And that's why manifestation works. That's why setting intentions and manifesting works. And I'm going to talk about manifestation on another show. Not next week. I'm going to have a guest next week. And he is a very interesting character I've just met. And I'm not even going to tell you the topic we're going to talk on. I just come in and listen. And I can tell you, especially you guys out there, call in. Because Joe is big on men being men. And women, listen and pick up some tips, or grab your man and make sure he listens to the show. But yes, at another show, I'm going to be talking about manifestation. Probably not for a bit, but I'm an amazing manifester, and let me give you a quick example. Lesley and I were living in an apartment down in Kitsilano, And Lesley wanted to put the bed kitty corner against one of the corners near the window. So I said, hey, that's a great idea. And what I'll do is I'll go out and get a sheet of plywood and fit it, have it cut into a triangle and fit it into that corner so we can put some storage underneath it and put some things on it like a shelf. And she thought, oh, that's a great idea, of course. Yeah, she loved that idea. And so I went to Home Depot and these places. I don't have tools. I don't have a workshop. And I asked them to cut a sheet of plywood in a certain dimension. And lo and behold, they don't cut diagonally. Okay, so they don't cut diagonally. So how am I going to do this? Like I said, I could put it on the roof, but I don't have a saw, blah, blah, blah. So I said, you know what? I'll leave it up to the universe. Not about 4 or 5 days later, Lesley and I were walking along in Kits, and I don't know if you've ever been in Kits. It's a beautiful place, lots of nice big houses. And lo and behold, there's a whole bunch of wood up against the fence, plywood, and with a little sign on it say, take me, free. And I walk up, and there's a triangle there. And yes, it is the exact, not close, not almost, the exact size that I've been looking for. What a coincidence that was, wasn't it? No, it was a manifestation. And I've had positive manifestations and negative manifestations. To prove that manifestation works, setting an intention and manifesting it, how many of you have gotten up one day and said, you know, if I had the flu, I wouldn't have to go to work today. And then 10, 15 minutes later, you were presenting with flu symptoms. Don't tell me you didn't, because it's happened to everybody. You can make yourself sick. Well, if you can make yourself sick, why can't you make yourself better? If you can cause bad things to happen, which people say all the time, oh yeah, bad things always happen to me. I cause bad things to happen. Well, if you can cause bad things to happen, why can't you cause good things to happen? So anyway, in a future show, we'll be talking all about manifestation, and we'll be talking, maybe I'll get Lesley to do it, Dr. Lesley to do it, manifestation and how to control that, how to control, well, you really can't control it, but you can help it along. And most of it has to do with a belief, and there's an actual formula for it. Now, I hope you enjoyed the meditation. Our goal here, of course, is to uplift, inspire, and to expand your concept of reality. So I hope your reality has been a little bit expanded tonight, and that it is more than a concept now. And we also like to explore intuitive, mystical, paranormal, and supernatural things. And so your trip on your little walk in the woods was, I would think, a wonderful supernatural experience. I hope it was beneficial. And I hope you enjoyed tonight's talk about that. Now, when Lesley comes back, as I said, you can email her any of your questions at drlesleyphillips.com. That's Dr. Lesley Phillips with 2 L's.com. And just if you're too shy to call into the station with your issues or whatever, by all means send her an email, and we do read the emails on the air. We usually get to 2 or 3 questions for sure, depending how many calls there are. And that can be on anything, on relationship, career, money, health, purpose, which is a big one for men, spiritual abilities or experiences. And also she loves discussing topics like spirit guides, past lives, psychic abilities, mediumship, meditation, and healing. So Dr. Lesley, she's a wonderful individual, by the way. Even in real life, she is what she is on air in real life. She's a professional intuitive. She's an author. She's passionate about supporting people in their purposes, and she supports me with that all the time. And myself, my name is Corry Kouwenberg. I've been involved in the healing industry, if you want to call it that, or niche in life for almost 20 years. I've healed myself of, believe it or not, epilepsy. When I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 6 years old, And at 14 years old, it decided it was time for it to disappear from my life, and it did. So yes, it can be done. Anyway, folks, it's time for me to go. It's been a wonderful evening with you. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I look forward to our next event with you here.
Thank you for joining us. You've been listening to another Unlocking Your Truth podcast by Dr. Lesley Phillips. For more information, go to our website at drlesleyphillips.com. That's drlesleyphillips.com, where you can ask questions or send her an email, and there's many free gifts on there for you as well. Come back again.